300 million. That is the number of jobs that's going to be lost and degraded by artificial intelligence, according to Goldman Sachs. As a leading global investment banking and wealth management firm, you need to listen to these guys if you want to know where the world is heading. More than 50% of success is timing. So this episode you do not want to miss. This episode is simply a conversation that I had in a community on their Business Tuesdays, and we summarized in a very short and impactful conversation how you can become more efficient, make more money, save time, and how you can create a strategy for the world we're heading into. That is all we'll talk about in this conversation. So stay tuned to the end. You're not going to want to miss a single second of this episode. I promise you it's going to be worth your time. And I'll come from the aspect of business this time around. Last week, I made it a bit general, to be honest, for people that are into business, even people that are working a job, professionals, basically, entrepreneurs, business owners. But today, this time around, I think we want to turn it into a conversation. So along the line, if you have any questions, you just write it down. I won't talk for long. I'm not going to talk with too much data like last week, right? So it's a conversation, and the summary of the conversation is how you can position yourself and your business, whatever you're doing, to be relevant in the next future that is already here anyways. We're already there. And AI is one of the things that is increasing the speed at which the revolution is coming. So in 2 years' time, you won't believe what AI is going to do and how it's going to change the world that we know today. So it's very important that in business, in your profession, you have a strategy, or you have it at the back of your mind, to plan properly for the future we're headed into. Like I said, there are lots of predictions, lots of jobs, lots of opportunities. The market is transitioning. Okay, but you don't have to be afraid, because you're not going to be a consumer. You're going to be a producer. You're going to be a manufacturer. There are 3 basic ways that you can benefit from this whole revolution. Like I said, 50% of success is timing. And right now, we all know that AI is what is moving the market right now. So your timing, if you want to partake of this market, is very much accurate. So the 3 ways you can partake of it. The first way is what I described majorly last week, which is AI enabling you as a professional or as a creator. So you are a person that is already doing something, working somewhere, doing a business already. You have an industry where you are, and then you want to scale what you're doing. You want to make it more effective. You want to utilize these new technologies, that have been developed, to make your business more profitable, generate more revenue, save more time, so that you can be on a vacation with your family, enjoying yourself and eating money anyhow, all of those kind of nice things. So that is an AI-enabled strategy. As a professional, as a creator, you have to come up with something. There are lots of tools that can support you in that. And then there is also being an AI professional. So Eden that just finished talking, he's very knowledgeable in machine learning, data analysis and data science and all of that. So these are the people that build models, right? Build this thing we call AI. Rather, I know I mentioned last week that AI is not new. It's just the developments in current technology of AI that is making it trend this way. You understand? And he has presented a very big opportunity for every single person on this earth that has the right information, has the right strategy, has the right plan to make money, become more effective, become the best version of yourself. In fact, people are using AI for therapy right now. Some people just, anyways, let me leave that example. But some people can just ask AI, why is it that my relationship is not working, right? And diagnose it from ChatGPT. That's how crazy it is right now. So going back to an AI professional, you can partake of this AI movement by being an AI professional, like a founder, like creating a product that is based on these technologies, right? There are lots of tools that are being developed that utilize AI technologies. So you can be a founder. You can also be a developer. Okay, you can be someone that programs special software or integrates softwares with existing businesses that can utilize this new development, make business, and you'll be very valuable in this new economy. Data scientists, data analysis. I usually highlight data scientists because, that's the field where machine learning is. Data analysis in the next future, I don't know what will happen to it, but data science is, these are the people that create those models that do all this magic that you're seeing. Very specific magic. And the third part, right, will be investment strategies, right? You don't always have to be the one to do everything, do all the work, start learning on the new things. You can just literally invest as a strategy in the AI revolution. You can invest in companies that are going to be in that world. Okay. Like I said 2 weeks ago, I don't know if it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I said that there are companies that are going to be relevant in this near future that we're heading into. Go to that future. If it's 5 years' time, if it's 10 years' time, look around. Who are the players in that industry? Okay. When you look at that, then come back to your present self and start planning and investing towards those companies. It's just like Netflix and Shopify. There are lots of companies that when COVID-19 came, right, they became more valuable because of the timing and the type of companies they were. They became more valuable, and people that invested with those strategies in times of crisis, there are companies that people just look at: military, defense companies, security companies, invest as a strategy. So there are lots of companies that are partaking in this AI revolution. Microsoft is going to be there. Oracle is going to be there. Facebook is still, their leg is still shaking, but we are looking at Meta. There are lots of companies. Amazon Web Services. These are the infrastructure that's going to carry this technology in the future. They're currently building about a $600 billion project called Stargate in America. They have invested about 100 billion already. So it's not something somebody is going to say, no, I'm not doing again. It's too late. So they are investing heavily in this technology. So if you are not creating a strategy for that, there's somebody I listen to says, he says, there's what is happening and there's what is going on. You're focusing on what is happening. You're not paying attention to what is going on. So there's something that is actually going on, right? If you play the game of what is happening, you will lose out. But if you play the game of what is actually going on in the world, that's where options are. That's where your power is. So those were the three: AI-enabled professional creator. The second one is AI professional, developers, founders, startups, all of that. The third one is investing in companies, that businesses that will be relevant in that AI revolution. This topic is very broad. I can talk about it for a very long time, but let me start rounding up. I think there was a brother that shared information about SEO. You can add your business pages to certain websites. He dropped the websites so that the AI search engines, because that's where we're heading to. Remember what I said? There's a world we're heading into. Plan your strategy. So he dropped he dropped some websites you can add your business pages to. So when people eventually ditch Google and start using AI to search the internet, your business page can have the opportunity to be recommended now, because that is what is happening in that world. Okay. So these are the strategies that you can look at. As I'm talking, you should be thinking, or your context should be, how can I apply any of these things to what I am doing and my own personal life or where I'm going? I'll summarize now. Yeah, I talk about timing. Okay. In business, the major thing that is important is, what problem are you solving? I have about 3 questions I used to summarize everything. What problem are you solving? The more painful the problem, the greater value your solution to that problem will be. And like I said, timing is 50% of success. It's more than 50%, in fact, of success. There's nothing wrong with your idea. There's nothing wrong with your vision. But you see the timing, and that timing is tied to your solution. There are many solutions to singular problems. There is no one solution to a problem. There are many solutions to a problem. Now, the solution itself is timely, is time-based. If the solution comes at the wrong time, you won't benefit from it. Okay? And a lot of people follow trends and they miss this thing I'm telling you right now. I don't know who I'm telling this one to. Your solution doesn't have to be what is trending. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your solution has to be timely. It has to be solving the problem at the right time to be relevant. For example, when everybody was building apps, when a lot of apps were doing IPO, oh, somebody started an app last year. This year, the app is worth $2 million, just like that. Everybody said they want to do app. Okay. That is not how you approach the problems and solving problems. When you look in your own industry, you discover that, okay, I can actually bring an app solution right now in this time. But when you look at your market, the timing for that particular app solution is not right now. But there are other solutions that you can provide at the time that you are right now. Okay. So eventually you will do your app, definitely. Okay. But what is the right solution for the time? And now a lot of the solutions that we are going to be seeing are from this revolution of artificial intelligence. They are rooted in it, they are stemmed in it, they are going to be. So you need to find a niche, a path, you need to choose, you need to decide, because you're the critical deciding factor. You have an unfair advantage. Life has presented you with an unfair advantage because God brought you here to solve a problem. So you have a particular unfair advantage. It could be where you work, it could be the family where you come from, it could be the country you're in, it could be the state you're in, it could be anything, it could be your talent. It could be just something that you know that other people don't know. That is your unfair advantage. And you need to take root in that. You need to become competent in that, which is the second question, which is, are you competent? Don't forget, the context is the market that we're going into in the near future, which AI is dominating, by the way. Okay. So are you competent? First of all, what are your talents? What comes easy to you? But there's a difference between gift and skill. So you have to develop your skills based on your gift. You always start from your unfair advantage. This is the secret. There's no long story short. Once you identify a problem, it's not everybody that is seeing the problem. I'm telling you from experience. Yeah, you see that problem you're seeing. Other people are not seeing it the way you're seeing it. It's because your peculiar experiences are highlighting and showing you a solution and saying you are called to come and solve this problem. But you need to develop your capacity to solve those problems. Could it be world hunger? Could it be, I don't know, climate change? Anything that is really catching your interest, okay? You start from your talent, you don't develop your skills, you become an expert in it, okay? And then your goal is to become an authority in that industry, meaning whenever they're looking for you, whenever they're looking for someone that encompasses the experiences and the knowledge to solve problems in this particular niche, you are an authority already. And that's your goal. You want to be an authority. And the next thing, of course, you're going to be seen. The question is supposed to be, are you seen? Like, how visible are you? Do your customers know where to find you? Because I tell you, if you're solving a problem that is very, very painful, you're not the only one that has that problem. A lot of the times, as founders, as startup people, we tend to create problem and start to solve the problem. But there are so many problems in the world right now that you can literally solve. Okay? You just need the right guidance. So when you solve the problem, the truth of the matter is that the people are going to already be looking for you. I mean, I've never seen a supermarket advertising itself, honestly. If you want to eat, you will go and look for where the supermarket is. I have not seen where a supermarket, I don't know, maybe except these online supermarkets. Maybe I'm not saying the truth. But typically, a supermarket does not advertise itself because it's already selling essentials and needs that people already want. So it's providing a solution to a problem, convenient. You have to know that people will always be looking for you if you are solving a problem. That's the law.
So you solve this problem that is peculiar to your experiences, peculiar to your competence and your capacity, become visible so that those that are already looking for you will find you. And of course, they will exchange what they have in their pockets for what you are solving for them. Because the only reason money will leave my pocket is because what you are giving to me, I consider it more valuable than that money being in my pockets. I believe in value exchange. The only time you're going to feel cheated is when whatever you give someone or whatever you receive from someone is not worth the amount you exchange for it. You will feel cheated. But if I provide you value, a solution that is worth the amount you paid for it, you are not in this entire life, in the next life to come, even when Jesus has come and we have gone to the other side, that side too, nobody's going to feel cheated, no matter the amount. The amount is not the problem. It's the problem that is the problem. So fix the problem that you're solving. Make sure you're not the one that just created a problem and now trying to solve the problem. And then, make those adjustments. So, yes, the three pathways being an AI and three pathways which your strategy can fall within, being an AI enabled professional, a creator, a business owner. The second one will be being an AI professional, like a developer, a founder, like me, like a data scientist, data analyst, software developer, specialize in AI software, an AI automation expert, because there are tools that help businesses to automate their tools, and nobody wants to just come and start learning that one. So you can learn those skills and then offer it as a service and solve problems. There are lots of tools right now that people would love in their business, but they're not using it. They're not using it, right? Because the complexity of setting it up. If you solve that problem for them, people are going to pay for that. Opportunities are arising, even though a lot of things are shifting. But every time there's a shift, there are new opportunities. It's people that have the eye to see opportunity. If you're not looking for opportunity, you can't find what you're not looking for. So I believe that's the purpose of these Business Tuesdays. If you're not looking for opportunity, even if it's standing in your front, hug you, kiss you in the center of your forehead, you will miss it. Okay? So this timing and these technologies are presenting multiple opportunities. You have your own peculiar advantage that you have. There's something you know that other people don't know. There's something you can do that other people cannot do. There's a place you work. One of our speakers, Eden, that just finished speaking now, he said he volunteered in embassy of Sweden or something like that because he wants to be positioned. I can't repeat verbatim anyway so that I will not start misquoting people. But, those kind of things, that is an unfair advantage to him because just being in that office, he has an advantage to privilege information, maybe related to Nigeria and Sweden trade relationship, whatever the thing is. But that's an unfair advantage. So as little where you're working right now, you have an unfair advantage. Your talent, you can sing, is as little as that. I can talk better than, at least I can talk and articulate myself clearly. You can teach people. It's value. People are looking for it. Artificial intelligence can help you to convert your ideas. The ideas are coming to you now because I know that the ideas are coming to people. The ideas are coming to you now. I'm telling you, with the right prompt, like Eden said, the right prompt, just one prompt, you create a course right now and start selling it tomorrow and get your first customer because you're solving a problem. That's how easy this world we're living in right now. This is the world so if you are not effective, you're not making money, you're not saving time, you are your problem. You are the weapon formed against yourself. That's my duty now to tell you are the weapon formed against yourself. I know the Bible says no weapon formed against shall prosper. PK always says if you form a weapon against yourself, that clause is not covered. So if you form a weapon against yourself, you are the one making the choice. Free will is real. God really gave us free will. I can promise you that that's a 1-hour talk. But God really gave us free will. And it is up to you to decide what you want to do with what you know. You know what you need to know when you need to know it. That's how God designed it, because the revelation is in the custody of the Father. Okay? So I will be dropping some use cases and some AI tools